So practically 2.5 weeks, blah, 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 till fall camp begins, the 2021 season. We're back to normal, guys. It feels good. Feels nice. There's been a lot of storylines this whole offseason, but heading to fall camp, there's going to be a lot of competition. I think there's going to be a lot of things that we'll go into and make some predictions for next week whenever we start previewing and everything that we're going to be completely wrong about, which I'm so excited for. It makes it for more fun stuff for us to talk about. But let's each give a bold prediction from one of us heading into fall camp, and it has to strictly be in between the lines of fall camp. This is not going to be season predictions or bold predictions for the upcoming season. We'll do that most certainly, I believe, the week before the Notre Dame game. That'll probably be a 3-hour podcast then. But sticking just to fall camp, we're going to give a bold prediction each for the fun part there. Dustin, you're smiling. You know, it took a couple of us to kind of figure out what a bold prediction would be. But I'm interested to see too in the comments. I want the people in the comments, or if you're watching,
you should say what your first prediction was.
My
about the number 3 running back.
Well, I'm very high. I'll say it. I mean, I'm very high on Treshaun Ward. You know, Dustin, you are too. Anybody that's been able to see him play, maybe in the spring scrimmage. Not a lot of people have been able to see him play. Only a few times during the game, during a bowl game, we got to see him play against FSU's first team defense during a spring scrimmage, and he was the best player on the field. So I was going to say a bold prediction would be him moving up to the number 3 in the depth chart. I think if it were to be a bold prediction in the fall camp, he'd have to move to like at least number 2, because that would put either Philly or Corbin behind him. But Treshaun Ward, I think, will be the number 3 running back. That's just like one of my bold predictions. It's not crazy bold. It's not wild. It's not going to shock any. I'm not going to do shock waves.
Not
but
bold at all. It's like an average take.
So that's putting DJ Williams behind him. That's an average take? So DJ Williams is behind him? Austin would not agree on that.
I would argue
Austin is very high on DJ Williams.
I mean, we saw Ward looked in the spring, and I would say he knows the system better probably than Williams. Any argument, Austin?
No? I was just throwing a name out there. Like, I just said I wouldn't be surprised if Williams had a good season. That's all I said. No, that was like
no. You did not just say you just had a good season. No.
That's what I was implying.
Someone clip it. See, we got to get enough. We got to get enough fame so then we can have people just send us Twitter clips like right now. Austin said that DJ Williams, you wouldn't be surprised if DJ Williams is leading the team in rushing this upcoming year. Yeah, Austin, you're getting checked. You're getting checked.
That should be your bold take right there.
No.
But no, that would be a season prediction.
Yeah, that's a season thing.
Oh. Yeah, that's a season thing.
Is he going to lead him in rushing during fall camp?
Oh, no.
Pretty bold.
Austin, are you going to be there at the camp? Or are you going to be like water boy?
No.
You're not going to go from a basketball equipment manager to football?
I wasn't even
I mean, not equipment manager. Sorry. Sorry. That's a diss. That is disrespectful. I'm sorry. I disrespected Austin. But do you owe me to give me? I already did mine. Kind of. I still got another one that I'm going to do. But do you have one, D-Lou? Give us yours.
I'm just trying to figure out if I should take Austin.
See, someone that
I have a different one. You can say it. I have one.
Oh, I can do a different one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Perfection. So yeah, my fall camp bold prediction: at least one true freshman wide receiver will be taking snaps with the starters. And I lean towards that being Malik McClain, who was just the best. He was the best receiver, I would say, consistently throughout the entire spring, whenever that came to the scrimmages and the spring game as well.
So, I mean, that to me isn't like. So, are you saying that like he's taking first team snaps by like week 4 in fall camp, or are we talking?
What happened before that?
Well, I'm just saying that'd be where you're starting to settle in who your starters are going to be, and you're starting to work your game planning and everything. Because to me, we saw him taking first-team snaps on the first dadgum play of spring scrimmage. And we were like, why is number 11 out there? So that doesn't...
Are you saying it's not bold?
I don't think it's bold. I think you'd have to say if he's like before the week of FSU versus Notre Dame, and he's taking first team snaps at wide receiver, I think that'd be a bold prediction. Like it'd be bold that he's out there. You know what I'm saying?
What if he's taking starting snaps on week 1? What does that mean?
I guess that would be bold.
I feel like that'd be bolder
than
that
bold
week 4.
prediction. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay,
as long as he sticks with it.
Yeah,
I think after 5 practices,
the bold predictions here. Okay, so I'll take that one. I understand. So Malik McGlane, he's taking the bold prediction. He's taking first team rep. Okay, so this is first reps in the starting group at wide receiver. Malik McGlane. After the first day of practice.
After 5 practices at most.
I wouldn't be surprised. We were talking about it on the pre-show. Because we don't really have one. And I was like, well, Malik McGlane. And Dustin's like, we gotta do another segment. But I think we're all really high on Malik McGlane. He showed it in the spring game, even just how talented he is and what he can do with the ball in his hands. He's just a talented kid.
Yep. No, he is.
And someone's got to step up in that room, and why shouldn't it be him?
Yeah, he's shown up and he's played a ton of snaps, and I like seeing that. I don't need to bring it up again, but he's a guy that kind of might have been like a little shocker into the spring. Wasn't really expected. They were worried about him putting on some weight and such, and his work ethic, whatever. But man, it was great to see him out there. Whenever me and Delu were there, and again to see him he got the most snaps I think out of any player out there. Him and Tate Rodemaker, I believe, are 1 and 2 on getting the most snaps during the spring. And so Malik McGlane, and I'm not counting out Joshua Burrell either. Let's not forget that he also had a really nice spring too, coming in as a true freshman, has put on some size. The cat can squat friggin' $100,000. Looks great. He also makes some plays and catch the ball. Dustin, you are so jealous of these kids not being lifting 20 times more than you. Just get over it.
And when you call people cat,
what's wrong? You never. Austin, that's a regular thing. That's a regular thing.
It is a regular thing, but I almost hate it as much as anytime you bring up someone's weight.
Oh my God! Well, that's not going into the thing that I'm talking about with Big Cat. Like what do you want me to say, big boy?
Is he gonna throw up a fur ball while he's working out? Like
that's what you're thinking. You're thinking of it like an animal cat.
I hate you calling a man a cat almost as much as I hate.
Thank you.
Saying how much weight someone gained in an off season. It just really grinds my gears. Yeah. If you use them both in the same sense, I want to leave the podcast.
That's a big cat.
Grinds my gears.
You look at Timmy Jernigan. That's a big cat.
No, it's just
I can't believe y'all never heard that.
No, I've heard it. Just because I've heard it doesn't mean I like it.
Kids these days, too much RuneScape and NBA 2K. 2 games that were made a decade ago that are awful.
2 games that you play.
I don't play 2K or RuneScape. That's Dustin plays that. And I saw you on 2K earlier on Discord, Austin. It tracks. I'm able to see when Dustin's on RuneScape and how long you're playing, and Austin too.
Right now, it's the only game that's working for me. So I'm kind of down bad.
Oh man,
you're just really trying to get out of this cat argument any way you can, huh?
Oh yeah. Anyways, going back to bold predictions, VZ. The floor is yours. What is your bold prediction for fall camp?
I'm going to the other side of the ball, and I'm going with a guy that really flashed in the spring game. Kevin Knowles gets rotation early. He had a really good spring game. Was covering guys well, had a pick. May have had 2 picks. I forget at this point. But he looks athletic. Had a really nice pick. Dove and got it. I wouldn't be surprised if he saw early rotation.
Early rotation. Is that bold? We need the listeners.
I know you've got another bold prediction, Logan.
I've got a real bold one. And then it's not easy doing like a fall camp bold prediction. I was just trying to find some content for this week, and I think it's pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff going on in this camp, and there's gonna be a lot of competition. But going back to Kevin Knowles, I thought he had a nice spring game. I thought he did very well, and he's very well respected in that locker room. D-Lou, he's comes in, and if he's able to get some picks and be a star, man, what a perfect last name for him, dude. Talk about someone that needs to start utilizing that NIL. All he needs to do is play very good on the field, and boom, he could utilize that NIL in a big time. Get a few picks, get a pick against Notre Dame, 2 picks against Notre Dame. Man, he should take advantage of the name, image, and likeness. But I think there's a bright future there for that young DB, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about him either.
I think he's super talented. I mean, I've already said twice. He was just so good in the spring game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was mostly going up against what we're considering second-string guys, but he just has a ton of talent.
Going into my bold prediction, I'm going to go ahead and actually give a bold prediction and be a man here and have some hair on our chest here. I got to represent the team well here. I'd hear the spear. Yours is it's like a grade B. Austin's is like B-. Of course,
I got one more.
Oh, you got one more?
Yeah.
What's your one more?
I was going to let you go first.
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay. I'm going to go with in the quarterback room, and I'm going to say Tate Rod. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with Jordan Travis and Mackenzie Milton going at it, battling very well. But I think in the end, overall, Jordan Travis is going to have the best fall camp out of all quarterbacks there. I think it's a pretty decent bold prediction. He obviously, I think, had the better spring. Not really fair, though, because Mackenzie Milton just arrived to FSU. It wasn't so pretty for him connecting well with wide receivers, and I think there's been a lot of time for Mackenzie Milton to work and try to build that chemistry and, understand the route running for some of these guys that he'll be throwing to. But I think overall, Jordan Travis might shock some people and have the best camp out of all the quarterbacks for FSU in the fall camp. And we'll see if it turns in. It should turn into him being named a starter, but we'll see.
The starter.
It's a terrible bold take. Keep it a whole buck.
A terrible one. You said Kevin Knowles will be in a rotation. What the second string rotation, third string rotation?
Already had a better spring. Like, how is this a bold take?
I think a lot of people
longer.
Well, if Nate was on here right now, let's all agree that he would be like saying Mackenzie Milton's already the starter, so why doesn't make any sense anyways.
Nate's not here to save you though.
Yeah, I know. Well, thank goodness, maybe.
It's a bad prediction.
I don't think so. Well, then that would eventually mean that he'd be the starter. If I say that it's a bold prediction that he has the best fall camp, that means he'll be a starter. So then people maybe will come after. Well, I would have some questions.
If you say he comes out of fall camp being the starter, like if you had just said that right away, then yeah, a little bit bold. But saying he'll have a better fall camp, not really that bold. I don't think that's that bold at all. It's about as bold as regular font.
As regular font, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh, Austin.
This is probably the boldest prediction of this entire segment because you guys have really let us down tonight. But okay. Recent transfer defensive end Marcus Cushney will have the best fall camp out of any defensive lineman on the roster.
Bold, and I like it.
No, it's bold.
The newest player to arrive on the unit.
It's bold.
It took him about a month to earn a scholarship, so he's going to want to go out and prove himself. I can see it, and I like it.
He looks like he's in great shape.
I do like it.
I think he's hungry, and he said he's coming to the ACC because he wants to get sacks and get paid.
Well, he's coming on a mission. That's a pretty good mission for a lot of people to have, but definitely him. I think it's worth. I'll give you. It's worth a bold prediction. I think our last two were good bold predictions. Mine's like a bold one because it's Kevin Knowles being in the rotation now. That's one rotation of what?
I just can't say anything you do is good.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it goes. Always 24/7. Hey guys, this is Logan. Definitely appreciate you for watching the entire video. If you wouldn't mind, definitely hit that like button down below. Leave a comment on what you thought about the video and make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys haven't yet either, make sure you're signed up on our Patreon. This is where we're giving our inside news, inside nuggets, recruiting scoop, and so much more daily. You guys can sign up for that at patreon.com/NoleGameday. It's the cheapest option out of any outlet covering Florida State athletics right now at $2.99 a month. I highly suggest going to check it out. Once again, patreon.com/NoleGameday. Come hang out with us and get ready for the season ahead. See you guys there, and thank you for watching.